Hey guys, welcome to Galaxy Sparkles, where I turn imagination into reality. Thank you for tuning in and giving me a few minutes of your time. Leave a comment below and let me know how my craftsmanship has came along. Also like and share this video. And if you'd like to watch my progression as a one-stop shop, subscribe and let us take the journey together. Galaxy Sparkles. Good morning, guys. It's Thursday, January 23rd, 2025. It is currently 24 degrees outside. Yesterday, it was a little chilly. I did get out and ride my little electric bicycle and got me some fresh air. I didn't take the long route. I definitely took the short route because it was definitely a little too cold to enjoy. But I did get out and get a little fresh air. And today we're going to actually build the ring called the double vortex. The double vortex. Is it possible that the powers of the world are able to control our weather, creating thunderstorms? Is it possible? So today we're going to honor that idea, that thought, and create the double vortex ring. I'm going to use some leftover material that I had from yesterday and a couple of days back, and we're actually going to begin building our bezel. I'm not quite sure how we're going to build the band yet, but I definitely have an idea of the bezel. So with all that being said, guys, let us begin creating the double vortex ring. Here we go. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I forgot to bring you along on soldering up the bezels there, but we got our double vortex bezels all soldered up. I just need to clean them up. I'm gonna have to do the little filing in between there. I should have waited to solder them together until I had them all nice and cleaned up on the sander, but nonetheless, we're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna get us a file. We're gonna get in there as clean as we can and make this thing best A quality possible as possible. So here we go, guys. Y'all hang tight. I'm going to get this thing cleaned up. We're going to form us a band around it and carry on with this double vortex ring. All right, guys. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys. I'm going to cut just a little piece off of this copper wire I have here. I'm probably just going to make it approximately 3.5 inches or so. And I'm going to run it through the mill, flatten it down. I think this is going to be a single band double vortex ring. So nothing too complicated today. I have some errands that need to get done, a couple of things that need to get done that are highly important. I've actually started about an hour and a half early, so I'm able to make them appointments today. I normally start around 8:30, 9 o'clock. I kind of started around a little after 7 this morning because, oh man, I just snapped the damn blade. Man, I knew that thing was in a bind. All right, guys, let's get this thing milled down just a little bit and get us a band made. And this is going to be the single band double vortex ring. About another full turn, guys, and that should be that. Now, I hope this band is long enough. We'll have to go in there and measure it, make sure we got at least 66 millimeters. Yeah, I bet that's 66 millimeters. Let's go in there and take a gander at it, guys. So y'all hang tight. I'm going to go get this measured. If not, I'm going to come duplicate this piece, make it a little bit longer if this isn't a minimum of 66 millimeters. So y'all hang tight. I'll see y'all at the bench in just a minute, and we'll continue on this little ring. Here we go. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys. This is actually 73.8 millimeters, so we're good on our length. I'm going to get this thing annealed. We'll get it wrapped around the mandrel. I don't know if I want to make this a pinky ring. It is going to be a lighter ring, so I'm probably going to actually try to make this a pinky ring, so we'll probably cut it around 66 mils, wrap it around the mandrel, and do what we do around here. Turn imagination into reality, guys. That's what Galaxy Sparkles is all about, turning imagination into reality. All right, guys, let's quench that. I'm gonna have to get a new blade put in my saw real quick, and I'll get right back with you. I'm gonna get this measured out, new blade in my saw, get my little cutting device all set up, and we'll cut this thing about 66.5 mils and wrap it around the mandrel, solder it up, stick it to the bezels, guys, and set our stones. That's how I foresee it in my mind. This ring's going nice and smooth, thankfully today. So far, so good. Let's carry on this process. Here we go. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I got a new blade stuck in there. It's a number, I think a double aught 7 blade. I'm out of aught 8 blades. I got it nice and lubed, ready to do some stroking, guys. So I'm gonna take the line. I'm gonna leave. The line is going away, so what I call it is taking the line, guys. And I've actually measured this out to be 67 mils, just to give me a little bit of allowance to make sure it fits the pinky. I'm pretty sure it's 66 mil fits my pinky, but I just wanted to give it a little extra length just in case. We could all use a little extra length, right? And some of us anyway. All right, guys, let's get this thing nice and cut, hopefully nice and straight. Looks fairly straight. Alright. Guys, I'm going to get that wrapped around the mandrel. Actually, I think I'm going to take it out to the sander because it is got just a little cockeye to it on one end for sure. Alright, guys, y'all hang tight. I'll be right back. I'm going to get this on the sander and give it a little choke on it. Y'all hang tight. Alright, guys. I keep my mandrel down there on the very bottom row down there. One time it fell off this second shelf up here and hit that old dang toe. Man, talk about some pain. Boys, nothing like a heavy old mandrel wrapped around your toe. That sucker did not feel good that day. So I've learned my lesson, and I keep it low so gravity don't take over and give it full force flow on the downhill side. So sometimes I got to catch myself. Seems like I still want to put it up on the second shelf sometimes. So I definitely got to catch myself because that sucker falls down. That's pretty painful stuff, and we got to avoid that around here. That thing catching on. All right, guys, we got our band made up there. It's a little out of cattywampus, but that's just so I could get that gap nice and closed up right there. And I took it out to the sander and filed all the little smooth, the little rough edges off away from it. So maybe we can come up with us a nice seamless joint. So let's see what happens here, guys. Let's solder this little thing up. It shouldn't take long, being it's a fairly thin blade, or a thin blade, a thin band. So we'll just solder this little thing up together real quick, guys. See if we can't make this thing nice and seamless like professionals do. Here we go. I got some nice techno in my ear, boys. Ramming and jamming. Here we go, here we go. We're going to lay it in there. Let's lace him up. Uh-oh. Overkill. Is it? All right, let's take a peek here. Man, look at that damn seam. I just knew that would be a seamless joint, guys. I don't know. Some days the balls just roll funny, guys. I don't know. Some days I can make them seamless like yesterday. I mean, I had I had about 6, 7 solder joints yesterday, and every last one of them were seamless. And today, one little simple solder joint, and the goddamn thing got a seam in it. I guess just some days the balls roll funny, fellas. All right, guys, y'all hang tight. I'm going to get this thing shaped around the mandrel, get it cleaned up a little bit. We'll solder it to the bezel and set our stones. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I hid the bad piece of the band on the bezel side, so at least it'll be hidden. It won't, the seam won't be shown. So this ring is still coming along real nice. I got that little new tool there that I've got to use. Probably this is my 4th or 5th time getting to use that new little mechanism right there. It's a nice little handy tool, especially for this little bezel and band set that I'm about to create right here. I got it pretty nice. It looks fairly nice with I put my good eye on it, and it looks fairly straight and all that good stuff. So let's hope it turns out fairly nice, guys. I'm not rushing. I'm definitely trying my best, but I am on a time schedule today, where normally I am not on no time schedule, but today I am on a time schedule. But I am not rushing, but I did take a little easier project, that's for sure. But that's okay. All right, guys, here we go. That thing is soldered up. Let's let that sit there and marinate and set up. And we'll quench it and see what we don't come up with. See how square that thing is. And then we'll set our stones in it. And we'll have a final, guys. So you all hang tight. All right, guys. We have finished the double vortex ring this morning. I got just a little over, I got about an hour and a half in this ring. It was a very simple design. And for a simple design, I should have done much better. I should have took a little extra time on I've got 2 flaws in this thing. I got the seamless flaw, which I really felt like this was going to be a seamless band. I really felt like it because I cut it straight. I stuck it together straight. I even took my sander and tried to clean it up properly, but it didn't come out proper. But I did hide the flaw by sticking it to the bezel, and actually it has become seamless, guys. I got enough solder wrapped around it now. I stacked it up like a statue, boys. I used solder like a statue. Done some sculpting with that stuff, but we ended up actually having a seamless joint in the end. And so this actually has 1 flaw in it, guys. This is actually a 1 flawed ring. And I should have took a little extra time on my other bezel because it is a little big and the stone is just kind of in there. The bottom stone right here, that bezel is just perfect. I mean, it just snapped in like it's supposed to. Just a nice clean snap, clean. But that top bezel is just a little big, guys, and definitely a flaw that if I had a little more time, I should have took a little extra time, but nonetheless, it is what it is. This ring is completed, and it does have 1 flaw, so I'm going to give this ring a C. I'm going to give it a C, not a C plus, but a C, guys. And this was a very simple design. It went together perfectly. I mean, it just was nice, smooth. It just lets me know that my craftsmanship levels, that I am definitely waking up every day a better craftsman. Taking on some days I take on more complicated rings that actually gives me extra XP points, guys. Even though it's a failure, kind of like back when I used to bench press. Even though I couldn't bench press to 300, I would bench press 300. I would attempt a 300 and fail at it, but the next day I would gain stronger, and within 2 weeks I could go from a 295 bench to a 300 pound bench. So through failure and through harder tasks, you just gain XP points, guys, and you wake up a better version of yourself, stronger, smarter, wiser, whatever it is that you're working on. If you'll just take the harder tasks, kind of like in life, guys, if you'll just go through the hurdles instead of around the hurdles, go through them suckers, even though they are very complicated, whether it's emotion, whatever it is that you're going through, guys, don't try to beat around the bush and go around it, because you're going to go so far off course and it's going to be harder to get back to the trail. So just bulldoze over them hurdles and just fight through them and struggle and overcome them hurdles, guys. And in my opinion, it's just a better way to roll through life, in my opinion, guys. So definitely take some of the harder tasks in life and wake up better versions of yourself daily, guys. So here we go. That's all I got for today. This is a C ring, not a C plus. If I could have polished it, it might have turned into a C plus, but it's definitely not a B ring, guys, because of the bezel right there. But I may wake up tomorrow and may do a more complicated ring, especially as easy and smooth as this one went today, is kind of not as satisfying as taking on a tougher ring and failing. But nonetheless, it's done. I'm happy. We made some content. Hopefully give y'all a little insight on life and uplift you guys. So like always, guys, speaking of uplifting, I'm going to send out this huge energy ball, guys. It's going to be full of energy, full of love, full of joy, full of imagination, and full of connectedness, guys. Now, if you see this ball coming at you, guys, you better brace yourself, because if it hits you, it's going to hit you hard. And guys, here we go. I'm going to build it, guys. I'm going to build it big, 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 full of energy, full of imagination, full of love, full of joy, and full of connectedness, guys. I'm going to build it big, and it's coming at you, guys. Here we go. Y'all brace yourselves. All right, guys, catch that if you can, boys, because if it hits you, it's going to change your life. It's going to change your life. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all hang tight.